But let's talk about Trash Taste. Okay. I went on the Trash Taste podcast, and literally before it came out, I went on the Trash Taste podcast, and it's gotten like rave reviews so far, 551,000 views. People seem to love it. Okay, it's their most anime dense episode. It's their most anime dense episode they've done in a long time. Okay. I also said I'm not a weeb 4 hours ago. But anyway, so people seem to like it a lot. Don't suck yourself off too hard. No, it's not even that. It's just that like I usually expect there to be a lot of pushback, which there was, which I'm going to talk about right now. So, but overall the vibes are really good. If you watch the episode, you understand that like there's two different kinds of people in the Trash Taste audience. There's the people who actually watched the episode and were like, this is awesome. Okay. This is my favorite episode so far. Didn't realize, that this was going to be fun. I'm glad that I did. And then there's the other kind of people who were like, I didn't even fucking watch this. I didn't watch this episode, and I will not be watching. I'm just disliking it. Fuck you. From what I understand, like they had drama internally when they did their LA streamer arc, where they basically had a bunch of streamers, including Pokimane, on the podcast, and everyone hated it because like they're anime purists for the most part, right? A lot of people in the Trash Taste community, which is an anime podcast, are anime purists, which is, of course, the reason why they are sometimes unbearable, especially when you are talking to people who are like maybe kind of interested in anime, but like not a lot, right? Because like there's a lot of casual fans of anime, but the anime community, much like many of the other aspects of like nerd culture, is very gatekeepy sometimes, which is one of the things that I actually fucking hate. I don't like that weebs will become like very gatekeepy to be like, you're not a real weeb. Like you didn't watch, you didn't watch the banana bunny hentai fuck arc. And that's why you're like actually not a real fucking, you're not a real anime fan, like, or whatever. I just made that shit up, but my furry fantasy arc was the best arc of all time, and you should have watched that. It's just like they make it their like entire personality for the most part, and they get like really mad whenever someone, especially like a gamer girl, is especially a woman in these sort of spaces, is like kind of interested in anime, maybe not like super interested in it, whatever. But some of them were basically trying to say, oh, Hasan on the podcast is going to be exactly like that. But like if you look at people's opinion before the actual podcast came out versus like what people are saying in the subreddit now after the podcast came out, it's very different. Like I believe before the podcast actually came out, there was like a post when the Spotify one dropped, and that post was like filled to the brim with like people being like, here is why Hasan is a bad guy, and they have like literally copy pasted like talking points and shit like ready to go, which I never understand why. I never really understand why like people are that fucking desperate to be like, here is the reason why he's like actually a bad guy, and then like they have literally bullet points. But after the episode came out and they fucking watched it because they were excited to like, watch their favorite content creators talk about anime ultimately. It went away for the most part, and I'm happy. I am very happy with the reception so far of the episode. It seems like a lot of people really enjoyed it. It's the Haas hate copy pasta. Yeah. I see a lot of people hate on you because they were told you were bad. Yeah, but the worst part is like when someone says, why is this guy even bad? Why is everybody hating on him? They have like fucking bullet points of psychotic shit in there. But listen, from what I understand, it's gotten a lot of likes. It's still got mass disliked overall. Giggix sometimes attracts edgy right-wing weirdos, largely because anime community is filled to the brim with people like that, which is funny because he's not like that. Like, at all. Like, all of these dudes, from as far as I've, like, talked to them, as far as, like, I understand, they're not like that at all. Like, literally not at all. They're super fucking chill. They're very normal. They do average 5K to 10K dislike per vids now. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, there are a lot of right-wing people in the anime community, which is, not that surprising. But overall, it seems like they just mass disliked it, like in the beginning, and then it didn't really go anywhere because people ended up watching it and were like, no, it's actually great. Like, right-wing people liking anime seems surprising to me. No shot. Why would it be surprising? Guys, anime is a form of art. Anime is a form of art. There's going to be anime creators that are going to come from all different backgrounds, all different shapes and sizes, and that's going to be reflected in the art that they're making. Like, especially when you consider Japan, especially when you consider Japanese culture in Japan, like, yeah, there's going to be some right-wing fucking anime out there, It's just wild to see, but hey, listen, it seemingly did not work. A lot of funny memes came out of it. I was like looking through their subreddit, and great memes that came out of it. Getting the Titan, Aaron. Attack on Titan is a mecha. I can't believe that I actually won the community over with this take. I thought that this was going to be the Trash Taste community appreciated this take more than my own fucking community. When I originally started with this Attack on Titan as a flesh mecha, everyone in my community universally told me I was fucking wrong. Literally. Everyone in this community was like, you're fucking wrong, you're delusional, unsubscribed, unfollowed, muting you on all social media, and possibly blocking you. They liked it. They thought it was valid. And then Connor had some bad taste. Is Ratatouille a mecha? And then obviously fucking Giga protected me and defended me. He said Eva is a mecha. Then Joey tried to come in hot, said our VTuber's a mecha. Chris Broad is a mecha from the Connor streams. So, there's a lot of funny memes that came out of it. You know what I mean? Wrong Things Said the episode. One Piece is not political. Eva stopped being a mecha and just became sci-fi. Attack on Titan is not a mecha. Hunter x Hunter is canceled. They changed the name to Bangkok for foreigners. The episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. But yeah, they got some good shit. Hasan, Skype is about indigenous populations being removed from their land. Connor, what? It's about trying to find autonomy and emancipation through violent means directly against the enemy that is more powerful than them. It's a land back movement that's inherently very political and very leftist. Hasan, what the fuck are you talking about? I think the funniest part is out of the three of them, Connor has like the most. Connor has politics as like the closest to me. Okay. And yet he is like the least aware of the political subtext, but with respect to One Piece, it's not even subtext. It's like literally just text. It's not an undertone, it's an overtone. It's just like blasting you in the face. You're literally making your own subgenre. That's why by that logic, Naruto would also be a flesh mecha. Also, mecha implies someone is controlling an exterior shell. Wait, what? No, AOT is literally, AOT through and through is built like a mecha anime, and literally the Titans are flesh mechas. If Eva is considered a mecha anime, then AOT has to be considered a mecha anime. We went over this already. Like, but on top of that, it's so political. AOT is like, Attack on Titan has like so many complex political subject matter that they go back and around. It's like all politics, which is a common trope in mecha anime. Which, by the way, I am watching Code Geass now. Mecha is short for mechanics, which means machine. Evas have machines on them. The Titans don't. You fucking revisionist moron. Oh, you really? What about the fucking Jaw Titan that has like the machine guns on it? So what's up? Is that mecha? Fucking owned. Anyway, which side are you on? AOT is mecha. Eva isn't mecha. Yeah, I talked about how Baki motivates me in the gym. Whenever I'm rewatching Baki, it like improves my gains. Do braces even help you when you lift? These aren't braces. This is just compression pants. And yes, I like it. I like lifting in compression pants. Is Baki natty? Yes. He's natty. And he's powered up by having Sekatsu. So he's very natty. Anyway, people liked it, and I'm happy. I'm happy that people liked it. Like there was there was like attempts at making like hate threads that didn't go anywhere. This episode with Hasan was just not doing it for me. Not because I don't like him or anything, but because he brings such a negative vibe and makes everything very political. Like this guy literally didn't watch this 100% and just wrote that, hoping that like other people would elevate it. I know the ones he made on the podcast were jokes, but left a very sour taste. The dislikes on the video are also much more than usual. Anyone else feel the same? This episode was extremely energetic and funny. Boys were laughing their ass off half the time. Connor almost fucking died several times. What negative vibe are you talking about? Yeah. Dislikes can be choked up, though. Hasan having a dedicated hater squad that appears everywhere he goes due to the nature of his job. As far as energy goes, I actually thought this was way more positive and energetic compared to some of the recent episodes. Everyone experiences things differently, though, and if you didn't like it, more power to you. Yeah. I don't know much about Hasan. The episode was funny and had more anime discussion than 99% of the episodes. I feel like the most people disliking it don't like Hasan for other reasons, but if all you've seen from him is this episode, I don't understand why this episode would be worse than other eps. Yeah, exactly. Anyway. It's quite funny episode. I would be honest, I hate politics, so I was afraid I would hate this episode, but honestly, this was so funny and boys talk about anime. Hasan has some of the funniest takes. And even made Joey and Garnt fight each other. This episode's a gem. So, that's the thing. For me, I see this as an overall dub. But more importantly than that, more importantly than like an overall dub, Hasanabi PR year on top, I would say that it was just a fun opportunity for me to just like unload about how much like all of the anime discussions that have been sitting inside of me with a group of people that actually appreciate it and like want to talk about it. Because like rarely do I ever get to have serious, long, well thought out conversations about anime. So I got the opportunity to do that and it was awesome. You know what I mean? I started watching Hasanabi after the W stream in Kobe. Oh yeah, that shit was fire.